Module 25, Project Status CRUD. Another free lesson to help you become a better coder. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Your continued support helps make these videos possible. And as always, I thank you all for watching this video. In this video, we are going to add a table, project status, for identifying the status of our project. We will do our usual CRUD operations for this object and its code behind. Let's get to it. Good morning. Alright, let's get back to our program. Let's go to our projects here. Project management. We are going to last week it's been a week. Last week we did the header and footer. Today I was just looking at it, the video. I think today we should do maybe a project status. Alright, so let's do project status. Alright, that way we can identify if the project is new, it is approved, or is in progress, or is complete. Alright, so let's do that. Let's make a copy of this guy, and we are going to module 5 project status. Let's go in there and enable that. So let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at what we got here. Let's log in. We're gonna use the keyboard to sign in. Let's take a look at this. See this right here? We want to have a status here. Let's take a look at this guy. See there? We want to have a status. Yeah, we want to have a status. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And then the status could say it's new, it's approved, or it's in progress. How about new, in progress, complete? That's a good idea. How about 3 statuses? Yeah, let's do that. I think that would be nice. Let's log out and let's go into this create. This is yeah, remember, this is an ongoing. You and I are designing this thing together. Project status. You and I are designing this together. Now, the ID, instead of using the grid as a status, we can use an integer. All right, number, because it's not going to be that many. It's going to be a few. And I don't like this, and I don't like the auto number, just because the auto number, the problem with the auto number is that when you delete a record, that number cannot be used. For instance, you have 5 records, all right, 5 records. Using auto number, that number, the 5th record will be number 5. If you delete that, and you add a new one, it would continue to be 6, and then you're skipping the 5. You see? So, and that's not good. All right. So if we delete, we want to be able to use that same number. For instance, if we delete the 5 and we add a new one, we want that 5 to be there. That's what we want. All right. So we're gonna create our own. All right. We're gonna create our own, and this one right here, change that to integer. It's gonna be a few. All right. Then we're gonna have project status name, project status description. It's okay to go ahead and write the whole thing down. Okay, so let's save this, call it status, just like that. That's good right there, just like that. All right, so let's close that out. Now before I open this create object, I want to open up the code behind here first. All right, that way I can just pop in and out easily. I'm gonna go ahead and insert this guy right here, call it project status, just like that. Now go to the front, collapse that guy, and open create object, project status. Okay, misspell, or yeah, it's not there. Let me close. What did we name this guy? Thought we call it project status. Oh, I call it status. Let's change that to project status. Yep, let's change that to project status. My bad. Rename project status. There you go. Alright, let's try again. Project. That's better. Copy. Pop it right there. And save. Now we're gonna go ahead and create a module for it. Called project status DB access, and then pop to the front, copy the right side. Yeah, I really like this guy. This makes life easier here. All right, now what we want is to create our own number. All right, so to create our own number, remember we did the new employee number here, right? In this employee. So we're gonna copy that function right there, just like that. Copy this function, copy, close this file, and paste it right in the project status DB access right here, and then change this guy to new project status ID, and this is going to be easier. All right, this is going to be easier. Then we're going to want to return the integer. All right, we are not interested in these guys right here. Let's take that out, and I'm going to copy this guy right there, replace it that guy, and make this guy a 1. All right, and this one right here will be project status ID as current number from project status. See there? Makes it easier. Now we want to say equals current number plus 1. Nice. We're done. That's simple. So that means we're going to get that max number from that guy. Max number from that guy. And then if there's anything in it, alright, now initially it's going to be empty, null. So this guy will be will be none, 0, okay, or nothing, and then it will not ever go in there, so that's why that would be the first one. But if there is anything in there, we want to add this current number, alright, to the 1 and returns the next number. Now we can go back to the project status right here, fix this guy right here, project status, status DB access new. You see that? That's it. That's all. Save. Done. Alright, done for that. Now let's get back to the front end. Close that out. We can use the employee title here, this guy right here, to do exactly the same thing here because it's really similar. Alright, so before we do that, let's do the query for it. Let's see, employee title. It says employee title list here. I'm gonna copy that, copy, paste, and let's call this guy project status list. We're trying to conform to the same thing here. Looking for employee title right there. Copy, paste, and we're going to change this guy to subform project status, just like that. Now let's go massage this project status. Go in there, go to design, and change his query to project status list. Alright, we gotta massage this guy. Now if you go in here, you're gonna see the employee title ID here. We're gonna change that to okay, hold on just a sec. Oh, you know what, we made a copy of this guy, but we never changed what it is in there. Let's do that. Let's go in there. My bad. We want to change let's see, add this guy project status in here, there. Alright, and then remove this guy, and then we want to grab all of this guy in there, remove this search text to the back, and let's go in the search text, change the title name to project status name and project status description. That's all we have to do there. Alright, now Control S, save, pop back. Now we can change this guy now. Alright, so let's go back to the employee ID, look in there, we got it, change that like that. Alright, and then select this name. This will be our project status name. That will be the description. Good. Alright, so now let's go to the code behind. Then you click on this form design here, you can go to code behind here. Alright, we know this guy right here, so let's go ahead and fix this guy. This would be project status name, and then I'm going to take this title out. We'll call it project status, just like that, and change this display title right here to display project status. Alright, I'm gonna copy that. So if you can, eliminate the typing, you can do that just like that. We don't have the other form just yet. Alright, but we'll come back and modify this later when we have the main form. But right now, let's massage this guy. So everything should stay the same except this right here, query. We'll call it project status list. I'm gonna select that, copy, paste it right there, paste it right there and there. Yep, that looks good right there. That looks good. I like that. Alright, we'll come back and do this when we finish our main form. So for right now, that looks good. Control S, save that. Let's close this guy. Now let's grab the main form. Alright, now the main form is just this guy right here. Copy, paste, form, project, status, just like that. Let's go to the form, project status, open up in the design view. Alright, we're gonna change this guy right here. See right here? We're gonna change that to, you can go ahead and type it in since we already know what it is. Subform project status. Oops, it moved all the way down here. Oops. I want to copy that and go to the form name and paste it. Oh no, try again. Copy, paste, there you go. Alright, and now let's massage this front right here. This should be status ID, so we're going to change that to txt project status ID, and then everything should be the same. Yep, we're going to keep everything the same, none to it. Alright, we got the title, we got the description. Let's change the title to name, like that, just like that. And then also change this guy right here, title name here, let's call project status name, and then the description, just leave it like that. Oh well, actually, you know what, go ahead and change it. Remove that title. Remember, we want, if we are making things to all we conform to all coding methodology here, it makes it easier. Alright, so I think that looks good right there, looks really good. So let's go to the code, starting from the very beginning here. Alright, now remember, I mentioned this one in a video or video two past. These right here will be changed, but we can also do this. Alright, this guy will not be displayed, but it's alright, we can just name it there. We're gonna use the main navigation to display our title. Let's change this guy to project status ID, project status name, project status description. Similarly, I'm gonna, it's alright, txt project status ID, name. Yeah, it's not that many, only 3 variables. Alright, one thing that we need to do, I just noticed when we say clear messages right here, let's go fix that. That will be title name right here. We're going to change that to project status name. Project status name, description. All right, now let's continue to the next procedure. So this will be lock. Now the unlock. Okay, so we gotta fix this one right here. Let's go to way on top right here. Let's change that to O project status as project status. See there? Now let's pop back to the bottom. Yeah, this is just like what we have done in the past. It's pretty straightforward. All right, once you start it, you just keep going just like that. O project status. I'm gonna say new project status, and this ID here will be project status ID. I'm gonna copy this guy right here and then do that. Project status ID. Alright, this guy will be locked. This project status ID. This name will be unlocked. This is the name and the description here too will be unlocked. Right there. Yeah, for those of you guys who are following me, all right, this is I appreciate it. All right, so this is how you become a better coder, is to begin and start from start to finish. All right, from start to finish. It's, yeah, you just don't, yeah, to be good, you don't want to just go scout around, you know, run around and just find bits and pieces and stitch. All right, you don't want to do that. You want to learn to program from the beginning to the end. All right, until you've done that successfully by yourself, several of them and many of them, you know, you're not gonna, yeah, until you do that, you're not really training your mind to think logically how things are done. All right, so yeah, I just want to make sure, I want to emphasize that if you want to be good, you gotta really stay at it. All right, I mean, it seems boring, all right, but what is your goal? If your goal is to be, oh, this is my bad. Oh no, that's right. If your goal is to be good, then you got to do this. It seems boring, but but you gotta do it. You know, you got to you know, take it too hard. You gotta take it too hard if you want to be good. We program, we stay up day and night programming, and if you don't like to be sitting around day in day out, then that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. Can't really yeah, can't be good like that. Can't be good like that. Oh yeah, this one is VBA access. You take the O out here and then save like that. So yeah, to be good, you just have to stay at it. All right, I create several functions and a project. If you just follow my projects over and over, from beginning to the end, I guarantee you will become successful. The more you do it, the better your mind is. Alright, you're gonna think logically. Alright, remember, our goal is to make each little functions and subroutine as small as possible. Small as possible, because that's the last thing that you want to do, is to have a big you don't want to have a spaghetti code. You want to make sure that your function is really small. That's display here is if it exists by ID. But as I said, it's gonna take you hours and hours just looking at it, and that's the only way to be good. That's the only way to be good. Alright, it's gonna take lots of hours. Not hours. It's gonna take many years. Well, a couple of years, I guess. It depends how your head works. It depends how your head works. Yeah, to be sufficient. That looks good right there. Let's move on. Let's see. Cancel previous. Oh, right here. Yeah, we're gonna have to replace this guy. See, not a whole lot. Oh, display. So display, we're gonna change his name, display title here, to display project status, and then here same way, display project status. Object status. Let's move up. Right here, subform right here. I don't think we have that. We've got project subform now. Good. Move up. Oh, here's another one. Delete. Yeah, on the delete here, be careful. All right, because I'm not gonna show you how to delete this thing. You want to make sure that you don't, the project is not tied to or complete or in, tied to this status. If you delete that, you're gonna be in deep doodle. All right, so just be careful when you're deleting statuses. All right, it could reference to different projects. Okay, so just keep in mind. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let you figure that out. All right, but I can tell you that when you delete statuses on anything, make sure it doesn't reference to other projects. All right, because that would be disaster. All right, that would be a disaster. You don't want to delete the status that's reference to something. Okay, so make sure you do that. So you can put a clause. As a matter of fact, I'll show you how to do that. Looking good right there. I thought we oh, that was cancel. Okay, I was looking at this number right here. Okay, alright, so that's good, looking good. Continue. Here we want to make sure that we captured all the previous ID before we do something. See right here, are you sure you want to delete? And if but before we want to do this, we want to identify if that status is being used somewhere else, you know. So, but I'm going to show you how to do that. That's not into it. Yeah. Once you get an idea, and as you code, I mean, your mind is like, oh, I see this, I see that. Okay, I was helping my buddy way in Europe, a friend through YouTube. I appreciate it. He's a good guy. He's really good guy. I'm not gonna mention name because it's not good to mention people's name. But I was zooming and helping his code. I gotta tell you what, he's a good guy. All right. As he was coding and looking at his code, you know, I was quick to understand what he was doing, and that's your goal. All right. Instead of critiquing somebody's code, you don't critique. All right. Just do your best to help. That's it. That's how you do it. All right. Yeah. Now, unless you know, unless your buddy asks you, hey, what do you think about my code, things like that, and then you can critique because he asked for it. But if he doesn't ask, he just asks you to fix or help out with the logic. Do your best to help out. So I was able to understand quickly, you know, what he was thinking in his head, just looking at his code. Which that's, you know, that's how you want to do it. Okay, what were we? Oh, I was going to do this guy right here, right? Delete, right? So this, let me show you what we need to do here. Project status, right there. We don't want to do it there. We want to open up the project. All right. Let me show you what needs to happen. So all we need here is to add a function to identify if the status exists are being used or not. Alright, so let's add function. Status exists in project. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Status exists. Should we go in here? You know what? Let's not do it in here. Let's do it in the project status. All right, let's do it in project status. Let's do it in here. Just because, status exists in project. Excuse me. As boolean. Alright, so now I'm just going to copy this booger here. Copy, paste, copy that guy, paste here. Alright, except right here, we're gonna fix this guy right here. Fix that guy. I'm going to jump to the project because we need this guy right here. You see, we need this guy right here. Where? Okay, hold on. Let's go down. Let's go down. We're looking for project. There you go. Project. Yeah, this guy right here. So we're gonna select this guy, copy, all right, and we're gonna put it right there. See there? Now instead of retrieving everybody, we're just gonna do the count. I think it just makes it easier and faster as number of projects. That's it. Where project ID status, you see here, and it is an integer, what we need here is val I project status ID as int, just like that. I'm going to copy that and put it right there, and then take this single quote out, and that's what we want. Alright, we just want to see how many there are in there. Alright, how many there are in there, and now we can come in here. Now remember, even if it's 0, it's going to come in here. Alright, even if it's 0, it's going to come in, or even if it's 1, it's going to come in here. So this is not necessary as the number of projects. Okay, this could be, there could be something in there, and it could be 1. Alright, so that's how we want. So now that means this guy is not null. So what we want here, if, let me show you how to do this thing. If before we do that, I'm going to copy this guy. If rs is greater than, now we're going to identify if it's greater than 1. You see that status exists in project is true. See there? That's how you do it. Alright, remember this guy right here. Alright, if it's 0, it's still a record. Okay, it could be 0 here. Alright, if you can't find anything here, it's going to be 0. You see, a 0 is a record, so a record count is 1 because it's 0. You see, and in here you gotta say, okay, well, are you 0 or not? Alright, so is the count 0? See, that's, yeah, just don't get confused with record count and number of record here, or number of project there. That's different. Alright, yeah, if you do a lot of SQL, you understand how that works. But 0 is a record. Alright, so meaning a record count is still greater than 0. But is that 0 or not? Alright, so that's how that works. Now you can come in here. Now I'm going to close this file since we got that guy. Alright, see this delete right here. So before you delete, before you ask, are you sure you want to delete here? You want to do this. If project status db access status existing project, see there, and then we're going to pass in this project ID here. Then alright, so you see my logic is bad there. Then you want to say here, if not. See there, and here we'll say else, and I am going to copy. Yeah, I'm trying to be a little lazy here. Oh, never mind. Then I think we got application message here. Do we have application message? Nope. Okay, that's all right. So we can do put a message here and said this status cannot be deleted. Alright, VBA information, and then you put not allowed. That's it. That's how you do it. So you want to make sure that status is not being used anywhere in the project. Alright, because then you create a boo-boo. All right. Now, if it's not, if that that ID doesn't exist, then you can delete it and then create a new one. All right. So that's how that works. All right. So now I think we're good now. I'm gonna copy this guy right here. Copy. I'm gonna show you why we copy that guy. All right, and close that, and then open up the subform project status right here. The reason being, let me show you. Remember, I said we were gonna come back to here. We're gonna do that, and then change this guy to txt project status id project. Oops. Status ID. Told you I was coming back here. So that's the thing you gotta, if your mind is, if you start programming, you start seeing things like this. All right, so start seeing things like this, and you know exactly what you need to be doing. I think. All right, let's close that out. We're ready to go. But before we do that, let's go to the admin. Let's go to admin, navigation, and we're going to add, let's see, we got project employee. Yeah, you can put, doesn't matter what you want to put. I know this guy has got this guy. Yeah. Yeah, you can put right before the there. That's okay. Let's go. Let's add the form project status. All right, and then I'm gonna copy this guy right here, and then change this guy to 7. You see there, and then I'm gonna go right there. Make this guy a 6, come down there, call this guy project status, just like that. See there? And I'm gonna move this guy to right there. That's good. We're almost done on the click event. You gotta remember all this now. Copy, come back over here, make a click event, and then back here we need to fix this guy. We're gonna add number 6 to number 7. See there? We also want to copy this guy, put it right there. This would be 7. That would be 6, and this guy is project status, like so. And then let's change this dark orange to something else. How about dark, we got dark orange, dark peach. Yeah, okay, all right. Peach and orange is about the same. It's gonna be real close to the same, but that's all right. Save. Let's close that, and I think we should be good. Let's take a look, see if it barks at us. Let's see if it barks like a dog. All right, let's see if it barks like a dog. Email. And you got project. There you go. See how it's yeah, nothing there. Good. It didn't bark. Okay, it didn't bark. All right, so now we're gonna say okay, project status. Okay, that's all right. We didn't do this. Wow, I thought we done that. Holy moly. Well, yeah, did we skip this? How come you didn't tell me? Huh? Alright, let's save. Okay, we're done now, Wow. Wow. Okay. Error, new project status. New project status. Oh, new project status ID is no. Okay, alright. So yeah, this is the thing because there's nothing in there, you see. Right here, new project status ID right here. You see what I was talking about here, right? Okay, so if that record is, yeah, you cannot add anything in there. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let me show you. We're gonna do that again. All right, let's cancel. You see there? Look at that guy. It's no. You see? But the record is still 1. Remember I told you that? If you do a count here, it would be 0. Okay, but because we're doing the max, the latest one, all right, this is the thing I was just explaining. Finish. This is good because it just happened right in front of your eyes. Okay, so a null or 0 is still a record, you see. Remember I told you that, right? You got to remember that. So now we can say ng 0, just like that. All right, so this is a good this is good. This is perfect example right here. I was just talking about it when we were doing this right here, you see. All right, when we were doing this like right here. And you know what, and even that we can do this guy because it could be null, right? Just like that. Okay, so that's the thing that you need to encounter. You need to recognize, even though there's something in there, a null is something. I mentioned that earlier. All right, a 0 is something. All right, it's a record. Okay, so this is a good example right here. All right, we'll continue, and that's how you fix it. All right, that's how you fix it. Say, hey, if it's null, I want it to be 0. Okay, let's continue. There you go. Good. So that's something that you need to understand. All right, so let's call new project. All right, hopefully it displays right here. So this is a new project. All right, perfect. Look at that. Let's add another one. Add new. All right, and this one should be the number 2. All right, we're going to take a look at the code behind in a minute, but let's call this in progress. In progress means it was approved. Actually, we're gonna say approve. Once we save it under approve, we're gonna automatically change it in progress. All right, so is approved. You won't ever see this approved in the project, but I'm gonna show you. I'm going to show you. All right, so let's take a look at the table status. We should have 2. 1, 2. You see there? All right, now I'm going to delete the second one. All right, and let's see if it recreates that number 2. Remember, we're talking about the auto number. All right, now the auto number will not allow you to using the deleted ID. Cannot do that because that form is open. But anyways, yeah, the auto number, once you delete this record right here, number 2, you cannot reuse that number. Okay, so I'm going to show you why we don't use auto number. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this guy. Okay, let's take a look. What is going on? Error status exists in there at the end of the SQL statement. Well, we're gonna check that out in a minute, but right now, let's say yes. So it's gone. But let's go back to that function. This guy right here. What's going on? Oh, see that? You got to, yeah. It says at the end of the SQL statement. All right. So we got that. Okay. So we're gonna add it again. All right, and see if that ID is number 2. Let's do that. Add. Approved. The project is approved. Save. All right. Now this should be 2. You see there? We still get 2, and that's what we want. All right, and that's how we do it. All right. Yeah, don't do an auto number. Anyways, you want to be a good programmer. That's for sure. You don't want to be lazy. All right. So we got those 2 guys in there. Okay, those 2 guys in there. The last thing that we want to do, well, actually go ahead and add a new one. See, we got new project approved. How about in progress? Yeah, in progress. The project is being developed. All right, and then finally, complete. Project is complete. That's good. All right, so we got for these guys. Okay, and now we're gonna fix this guy right here. You see there? We're gonna need a drop down list somewhere here, and to select the status. All right. To select the status. I'm gonna leave that next video. All right, I don't want to make the video too long, but in the next video we are going to add a status. Okay. All right, that's it. Happy programming, people. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, share, and hit that bell. And also comment below, and if you need help, inbox me. Thanks again.